Oh, it's going to make it look like I'm stressed. Anyway, hey guys. Matt the Funny Man here. What the fuck? Shit, I forgot something. Hang on. Hey guys. MTFM here. Welcome to It's a Matter of Fact podcast. I'm MTFM, formerly known as Matt the Funny Man. If you don't know who I am that guy who uploads videos on the internet. And my guest is Simon. This is his new spot now. He does not lay here unless I'm in the chair. So if I'm editing or just playing a video game, bro's just here. He's a good boy. Such a good boy. Oh, he's so big. Here's a big boy. Hey, don't bite me, you fuck. Stop that. Now rub your face. He's a little cranky. He's been cranky because bro has to eat wet food now. He gets kibble every once in a while. I'll feed him kibble when Munchkin's asleep, because Munchkin can't eat kibble. So, a couple things. Oh, is he gonna leave now? He might be repositioning. Yeah, he's just repositioning. The big boy. Oh yeah, he's gonna take a nap. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I lost my train of thought. Lots to cover. I was going to have a very interesting podcast for you guys. What is it? May 21st? It was going to be like May 17th. I was going to upload it. I was going to record a podcast on the 17th, but Las Vegas, or just the state of Nevada in general, suffered an extreme wind watch. So, yeah. It was not fun. I mean, it first started in the afternoon. That was fine. But when the sun went down, it was not fun. I had no power, and I was upset because I'm like, fuck, I wanted to report a podcast today. I'm like, you know what? I'm just fucking recording on my phone. So literally for like an hour and 15 minutes, I recorded a podcast and talked about stuff and all that type of shit. Lost it. Yeah. Lost all the footage. Because in the middle of transferring the video file, well, first I plugged my phone into my PC. Because I'm like, oh, I can just get the video that way. Drag and drop, whatever. Yeah, it said the video did not exist, and there was no videos on my phone. It found my photos, but no videos. I'm like, interesting. So when I go back to play the video, errors. So, yeah, I was pretty upset about that. I brought the phone up to here, and I still sat here and talked and everything. But I don't know, maybe it's because the video file was too large, or I don't fucking know. I don't really record videos with the phone, so I don't record long content with the phone. I'm drinking a brisk today because I had Monster Energy, and then I had a small coffee at work. And I'm like, okay, yeah, no more caffeine. Chill out. You don't want another kidney stone, man. So, I'm going to try to remember everything I fucking talked about. And it sucks because it really pissed me off. Because I don't like... What's the word? I can't think of the word right now. I don't like a second take, if that makes sense. Like, I want everything I'm talking about to be on the first try because I feel like it's more... what's the word? I literally was about to pronounce it. I can't think of the fucking word. It's not going to sound like it's scripted, if that makes sense. But, yeah. So, lots to talk about. And I have a couple things to add on too. So maybe add on to. Well, first I could talk about the most recent is that extreme wind thing pissed me off. Because at first, there was no wind. That's what probably pissed me off the most. Is that I'm like, okay, cool. Let me set up my desk. This was like, I planned out, and this is another thing too that probably also triggered the piss out of me, is that I pre-plan everything. And when the plans don't go the way they should, I get pissed. So that's kind of another reason. So, I take a look outside, I'm like, okay, the average wind. Because I have palm trees that are like in the front of my complex that I can see. You can see them like waving. And that's kind of how I determine how bad the wind is or whatever. So, hang on, I'm doing something. I'm actually going to multitask for a quick second. So, I looked outside. I'm like, okay, cool. The wind's not really blowing too much. It's not that bad, whatever. So, I already had turned on everything, set up everything. I'm like, all right, cool. So when Prisha, I'm going to hang out with Prisha a little bit before she goes to work because she closes. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll hang out with her for a bit, and then I'll record, edit, and shit like that. 2 minutes before she walks out that door. Son of a bitch! I look outside, no wind. Maybe an hour later, that's when the palm trees and all the trees outside going like this. I'm like, really? I could have got another fucking hour. Cool. 3 hours go by since the power outage. Nevada Energy. Hey, we seem to notice an outage. Yeah, no fucking shit. My apartment complex emails everybody. Oh yeah, hey, we're going to be experiencing an outage because of the extreme wind watch. Yeah, no fucking shit. Cox. Oh, we're experiencing an internet outage. Yeah, no fucking shit. And then when the power was kind of fine, because I want to say towards the end of the night is when it came back on and there wasn't like on and off shit. Like I had to unplug everything because I'm like, I don't want none of my shit to break. I don't want the router to fucking explode when it finally turns on. So, how I kind of confirm if the power is going to go out or not, I have the oven light on. Everything else was off and unplugged. I had the oven light on. Once that was on for like maybe a good couple hours, I'm like, okay, it's going on like 9 or whatever. That's when I plugged up. That's when I plugged routers, when I plugged fans and all the other shit back up. Like literally, even the stuff in my bedroom, everything was unplugged because I was scared to death that everything was going to pop on and off, on and off, on and off. So the only thing I had on was the AC because it gets hot as a fucking bitch in here, and the oven light. That's all I had on. So that's kind of how I was determined. I'm like, oh, oven light's off, power must be off again. So. Then I had to go through a whole fucking rigmarole through fucking Cox because I stayed up to date on the app. Your service has been restored. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, why is my router still fucking red? Let me check them. There's no service outage in your area. Oh, okay. Couldn't go. Try to call Cox. No one was answering. There was like the wait time was like an hour, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, okay, so that means there's an outage, but they just they don't know if there's an outage because every other hour I check the app. I'm like, let me see if there's any updates. Outage. Oh, now it's an outage. Okay, cool. So that means it will come back soon. I check again. No reported outages. Okay, let me look at the router. No, router is still fucking red. And it was a whole fucking thing. And then, that night when I was going to upload I was gonna upload the video onto my computer and then edit it down. I was gonna have it was gonna be borders and shit, and it was gonna be a nice little phone video podcast. And no, video not found, video corrupted. I'm like, okay, cool, nice. This was all on my day off, by the way. Fuck. So, oh. God damn it, Steam sale. Stop emailing me, Steam. So, I'll talk about what I talked about when I was recording it. Again, this is going to sound fucking scripted, and I hate that. Fuck Nevada Energy. They pissed me the fuck off. Fuck them, but not fuck them, because, don't fuck them too hard, because, they do provide electricity. But fuck them because they're like the only company that like provides power and electricity to the fucking state of Nevada. And I would like to have electricity, please. So. Because, I'm only judging this from back home. I don't really know off the top of my head who was in charge of electricity in D.C., Maryland, Virginia. It could be different companies. I've never really looked into it. I'm pretty sure if I could just fucking Google who runs the electricity or whatever. But, dude, there have been times where, or at least like back when I lived in Maryland, we could be getting like the end of like a hurricane. Like how sometimes like the hurricane hits land, but then it's not as bad, but the rain and shit will still continue and it'll go like past the map and shit. We can get heavy winds, thunderstorms with lightning, heavy rain, all that shit. I would be in my N64, PlayStation, Xbox 360, whatever, give me a time frame and I'll fucking tell you what system I was playing. And the power would never go out. Like you hear rain sound like little fucking baseballs hitting the window. Power would not go out. But you would think, living in the fucking desert, you would think, okay, don't have to worry about hail. Don't really have to worry about hurricanes. Don't really have to worry about, thunderstorms. We're in the desert. Doesn't rain that much. Fire watches, but what are the chances of something in the city of Las Vegas catching fire that wasn't caused by a human? What else is there? Fucking wind. Fucking wind. A little whole complex goes out. You would think that there would be like a protocol. Again, this is, even my therapist has told me this, is that, hey, Matt, not everyone is going to have your perspective and you need to realize that. And that's very hard. That's very, very hard for me. That's one of my toxic traits, is that I do have a very hard time from seeing stuff from a different perspective, because that's why I ask questions. If I don't understand something, I'm going to ask questions. You would think that an electric company that doesn't have to worry about hurricanes, rain, thunder, lightning, the only element you have to worry about is wind. I forgot to mute my phone. Mute that shit. That's it. Just the element of wind. There's no safe, there's no safe locks or anything like that to prevent anything from being damaged or... No. And it's not like a car ran, the wind toppled a car over and it knocked it to a telephone pole and the electricity went out. No, nothing. I even checked the website when power finally got restored. Nothing. So I'm like, what caused it? Nevada Energy is basically like, really? The only you have to worry about one fucking element of nature, and you don't know how to put a failsafe in place. But that might cost too much money. We're only making money from an entire fucking state. It's not in the budget. So that's my rant about fucking Nevada Energy. And it wouldn't piss me off, but whenever there's a fucking wind warning or a wind advisory, I just immediately just get fucking annoyed. Especially if I'm at work, I'll tell my wife, hey, just let you know, turn off the surge breaker in my fucking setup. I'm like, just fucking turn it off. And unplug it from the fucking wall. And once the wind dies down, I'll plug it up and turn the thing back on. Or the surge protector. I forgot what this thing is called. But yeah, just turn it off and unplug it. And I'll go from there. Because I know the fucking power is just going to go out. Hey, honey, where's your data at? Oh, I got plenty of data. All right, hey, unplug the router. Why? Because the fucking power is going to go out. I know it is. Lo and behold, I get home and 9 times out of 10, the fucking power's out. You're such a good boy. Oh, sorry, I spooked you. Sorry, I hit mama's painting and I woke you up. Bruh. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry, buddy. I was trying not to smack you in the face. Instead, I woke you up. I'm sorry. Yeah, you go back to sleep. That's the thing about him. He'll fall right back to fucking sleep. That's a good boy. All right, so that's my rant for Nevada Energy. So, work. Strap the fuck in. Dude, Brisk is so good. I love Brisk. I would have gotten an iced tea, but we didn't have any in stock at work, which is very unfortunate because I like their lemon iced teas. Mwah! Super good. But I'll take fruit punch. Fruit punch is just as good. So, where do I start? Well, I'm still working towards being a food manager. I'm just waiting for the DM to approve my role. And then after I get approved, I get a raise and all that shit. Which, I even talked to my the assistant manager about this. I was just like, I'll tell you guys about it for context. But I usually try to give people the benefit of the doubt, at work and stuff, about how they are as a worker. Because from my upbringing, people didn't really give me a lot of chances in life. Or at least in school anyway. Or I didn't feel like I was given the chance. Because, being in special education, riding the short bus, you'd think like, oh, dude, it's fucking slow. Bro's the R word. So, again, the whole thing, hey, Matt, try to see things from other people's perspectives, that whole thing. So a lot of times I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And, yeah. So, I can't remember his fucking name. Yeah, it hasn't been that long. Jay. I know, sorry for Jay. We'll just call him Jay, because I can't really think of his name. I know it started with a J. I have the memory of a goldfish, guys. But yeah, Jay. He was going to be the stalker who was going to help me with the food side. And in the beginning, it was cool. And I thought to myself, nice. I have someone helping me on my side now. We're going to be Gucci. Because then I can get things I need to get done and stuff like that. And it's just awesome. Cool. I can get this, and if I have any planograms or anything to do, awesome. I can have someone to continue working on food while I work on this project to get it done. Awesome. In the long term, it did not work out. It was super fucking weird. And maybe it was just one of those things where I just could not understand this person's perspective. I couldn't understand what Jay saw. Because from my point of view, it looked like bro had it fucking made. In my opinion, he had it fucking made. But, and I might come off a little bit as a boomer. But I'll give you the rundown. He was just there to help me stock food. That was it. He wasn't going to help the manager in the non-food area because they deal with way more freight than I do. Like, you know, I just have food and like just food. Anything you can eat, food. Anything. You know, even like Coca-Cola products, Dr. Pepper, Sprite, Mountain Dew, any of that. I don't stock that. Vendors come in and stock that. Doritos, Lay's potato chips, all that. I don't stock that. A vendor does. So it's only the stuff that comes in like canned food, candy, juice, that shit. But on the other side, soap, hygiene products, pet food, anything that's not consumable, that person has to stock. It's a lot. So I guess like the best idea is, I think I've talked about rolltainers with you guys and shown them what they look like. But to give you an idea, there could be 25 rolltainers. Maybe about out of the 25, I would say like maybe, if anything, maybe 10 to like 11 of them are food. Maybe even 9. So just think, you have 2 people working on like 9 of them. So he didn't have to do non-food. Maybe occasionally toilet paper, but toilet paper, super fucking easy. Easy as shit, because guess what? Toilet paper, like, pretend this to Banjo-Kazooie poster to the Mario is toilet paper. You just have to stock this. You know what I mean? Like, that's, I mean, obviously bigger than that, but just to give you guys an idea. And occasionally, stock frozen. Again, frozen super easy. You don't really have to, well, I mean, you have to rotate, but because of the area, people are buying up, like bags of French fries. I can stock French fries on Monday, and they're gone by, like, fucking Wednesday. So it's like you don't really have to rotate anything. Because by the weekend, the fucking shelves are damn near empty. You know what I mean? So you don't really have to worry about rotating shit, because it's going to get fucking bought. So by the time you even find old product, guess what? There's no product there because it all got bought out. Like, even at the end of the month, when people are, are all out of EBT for the month and shit like that, it's still fucking empty. But for the most part, just food. Because when it comes down to frozen, a lot of times I end up doing it. Which I don't mind, because I'm inside the freezer and I'm left the fuck alone. I got both earbuds in and I'm chilling. I'm funny. So, everything was fine. But then there was a couple of moments where it kind of had me like, the fuck? And here's the first one. Let me turn this down a little bit. So, we were already done with food, or whatever. There was like maybe... If I came in at 5, just for the sake of the argument, I would say it's like maybe 11:45, maybe close to noon. Me and Jay leave at 1. Food's already done. It's like Thursday. We knocked it out in 2 days. Cool. Wasn't that much. I guess he took it upon himself to grab pet food. Now, here's the thing with pet. Me and the non-food manager kind of got together and were like, hey, maybe only me and you, and maybe like one other person to stock food, pet. Only because a lot of times, especially with the labeling, shit can get easily mixed up. Like, yeah, cool. I'm just telling you guys for added context. So, as I'm coming back from break, so most likely it's like maybe 12:15, maybe 12:20 by the time I come back from my last break. I see him pushing. I see him have like a U-boat of food, pet food, that I set. And he was like, "Oh yeah, man, I don't think I'm gonna finish this in time." And I was like, "Oh, bro, you don't even have to worry about pet food, because I'm gonna take care of it on Saturday." Because a lot of times, if I have nothing to do or any planograms to set, I'll go over and help the non-food manager to stock the pet food. Because I'll tell you, fucking hauling 3 or 4 U-boats worth of 27 to 14 pound bags, you're transferring it from one to the other if it doesn't fit, because you got to go through each bag to fill up the aisle. So you got to move 8 bags just to get to one and shit like that. But I'll tell you in a minute. I feel like I'm going all over the place. So I'm like, oh, dude, don't worry about it. Saturday, I'm going to take care of that. Oh, what should I do then? I'm like, if you want, go ahead and have you had your break yet? Oh, no, I didn't take my break. Oh, dude, go ahead and just take your break. And then when you come back, just recover. Pull some stuff forward. If there's anything on the sky shelf, bring that down, Because you'll have like less than 45 minutes left. And then we can just go home. We're all good. Easy peasy. Easy work. He does that. He pushes it back, takes his break, and then asks to go home early. Because as he says, I'm like, oh, hey, where's Jay at? Oh, he has to go home early. What? Why? Oh, I don't know. He just asked if he'd go home early. Okay. All right, that's your paycheck, bro. Again, made me go, like, dude, why? You might as well just make the extra. I don't know. I think it was just the mindset of, I have nothing to do. I'm just going to go home. But here's the thing at my job. At my job, there's no such thing as nothing to do. There is always something to do. And again, sorry to sound like a fucking boomer, but there kind of is, technically. And of course, later on, before I left, the non-food manager called me over and was like, hey, who did pet? I'm like, what do you mean? Did somebody work the pet U-boats? I'm like, why? She took me over. So one of the rules is you can't have big, heavy shit on the sky shelf. Only because a few months back, a lady tried to get cat litter from the sky shelf instead of fucking, being the fucking smart and human being. I'm just going to grab this 40 pound of cat litter from the top shelf without an assistance from somebody. Knocked her on her head and she fell down. So no more big boxes or bags of cat litter. Guess what I saw up top on the sky shelf? And I'm like, Jay had a pet U-boat. He was working it. She was like, yeah, because now I'm going to... And she was... she looked kind of annoyed. Because, yeah, now he has to turn around and bring all that stuff back down. So, yeah, slightly annoyed, which I don't blame them for being annoyed. But I was also annoyed. Because it's like, dude, why the fuck would you do that? But I brushed that off as in, you know what? He wasn't told. Like, hey, don't put heavy shit on the sky shelf. So I'm like, you know what? Let that shit slide. Whatever. So here's the thing. When he came in the next day, me and the assistant and him were walking towards the back. Hey, so what's the plan for today? And this is the thing. He also copy that. That's what he would say all the time. Hey man, can you reset for me? Oh yeah, copy that. Mr. Copy that. I'm tapping because I'm already getting irritated talking about it. Copy that. So, here's the second thing. Hey, so what are we working on? She turned to me, hey man, is the food all done? I'm like, oh yeah, knocked out all the food yesterday. She's like, okay, if you want, here, go ahead and grab the tissue and just work tissue all day. Go, like, Sky Shelf, bring the tissue down you can. That way you can make room for any more overstock tissue. But the Sky, you know. I volunteer to do tissue. That's how fucking easy it is. You're working in one little section. You're not going aisle 8, aisle 10, aisle 15 for tissue. It's literally one little corner area of the store. And it's the easiest shit in the fucking world. Okay, copy that. Put the stuff away. Why do I see bro grab a U-boat of pet food? And I'm not talking about the cans and cat litter that he worked on. He grabbed the big 27-pound bags of pet food, and he started pushing it out. I peeped that shit, and I'm like, didn't she tell him to work the tissue? Why the fuck is he grabbing the pet food? And again, I told him that I was going to work pet food on Saturday. I was like, bro, don't worry about it. I'm trying to come off as a person of like, hey man, you don't have to do all that extra work. You don't. I'm telling you guys this you're going to find out in a minute. You don't have to do all that work, bro. We're going to give you the brain dead, easy peasy shit. All right? I'm like in a management position. It's my job to do all the extra shit. I'm trying to help you out and not have you do the extra shit. But my assistant was like, I was like, hey, didn't you tell him to do tissue? She's him pushing out the pet food. And she was just like, Matt, it's 6 a.m. I haven't even had my coffee yet. He's working. I'll just let him work. Okay. Do you want me to do the tissue then? Yeah, Matt, go ahead and do tissue. Cool. I'll do the tissue then. So as I'm setting up, because I'm going through, because some of the tissue was labeled like overstock, because the non-food manager does this to keep track of like what's already out and what isn't out. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is overstock. Let me move this box over here. Okay, this isn't overstock. Let me put this on here. I'm organizing like what to take out. Not even 5 minutes go by. He comes back in with another U-boat. The same U-boat. I look at it and I'm like, bro didn't even take a bag off. You want to know why? Because how our shelves are with the big bags, all the big bags are on the bottom shelf. You can only fit 3 bags on top of each other. He takes the next U-boat of big bags. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, there's no room for... And because I was in pet earlier that day. Like when I came in, I just did a little walkthrough to see like if the non-food like brought all the stuff down or whatever. I just wanted to see if they did it, because if not, I was going to have to do it. So I looked and I'm like, oh, okay. All right, pet food's pretty full. Okay. So that's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm like, he's taking all these U-boats out and it's already full. So he's taking 3 or 4 fucking big-ass, heavy-ass U-boats for nothing. But I'm like, you know what? Just like I do with customers and stupid people, I'm just going to let him learn. He's just going to learn. He's just going to feel stupid. He's like, damn, I pushed all these over here for nothing. Yeah, you sure did. Now you're worn the fuck out because because, like I said, U-boats are shaped like this. And they're 27-pound bags stacked all the way. So we're talking like, I don't know, probably it could fit maybe 20 bags. So just think, 20 bags, 20 to 30 pounds each. And you're pushing it. That's pretty fucking heavy. So you're giving yourself more work instead of like actually standing there looking, what does this have? Because if you brought that one U-boat back, that means you looked at every bag and you saw that there was no room. And you still took it upon yourself to grab another one. Thinking, oh, maybe this one. One of my coworkers says it reminds me of bro that had them parties. The previous food manager. That's the vibes they were getting off him. Again, I try to get the benefit of the doubt. But I'm like, yeah, that's kind of weird. Kind of weird. But I'm like, whatever. They'll learn. Then after that, they were, the produce manager said, hey, can you help me with the freezer? Yeah, sure. So they did freezer all day. Third thing. Remember how I told you that, a lot of our stuff gets bought up quickly, so there's no point of rotating? Same thing applies to our dollar section. Dollar section's very small. It's probably the size of this screen. No, I'm kidding. It's a fairly small area. It's like, again, a corner area of the store. It's one shelving. And I try, like, when I'm training people, I tell, like, dude, this is an easy job. I mean, if you're doing other shit, like if you're cashiering, you're stocking, and you're like, if you're doing a whole list of shit, yes. So I tell them, like, dude, you're just stocking food. It's easy. Easy. Which one of these doesn't belong? You're doing Sesame Street shit. I have a box of juice. I put it in the same shelf that has the same box of juice. If not, I put it on the shelf above that where all the extra stuff is put. You don't have to go out of your way to, let me create this opening. And like, no, dude, just take it in the box, put it up there. You're giving yourself extra work. You're giving yourself more work to do. Take it out, put it up there. You ain't got to do nothing extra. He asked me for a marker. I'm like, oh, marker? I was like, oh, no. I'm like, what do you need a marker for? He said, oh, so I can write overstock and the date on the box. Now, I don't know if he took offense to how I said it, but I'll reenact it for you guys. Maybe I came off like an asshole. I don't know. Oh, dude, you don't have to worry about doing that. You can just put on... Oh, dude, you don't have to do all that. I was like, dude, you can just cut it open, put it on SkyShelf. You don't have to do all that. Yeah, well, I want to. If you want to knock on the office door, the assistant manager can get you a marker. I played off as friendly as possible. I wanted to be like, are you fucking stupid? Why? You don't have to do that. You don't have to write September 4th, 1998. You don't have to do that. You want to know why? And here's the thing. Guess what, guys? Before I had to leave, that day I was working on Sky Shelves. So I was bringing everything down later in that week. So it was like, it probably had to have been like a Thursday or a Friday. Guess what I did? I think it probably had to have been a Friday probably. Because I know he didn't work that Saturday. Guess what I did? That Saturday, that whole section of that box that he wrote the date on was empty. So guess what I did? I brought the box down, emptied it out, and then threw the box away. Again, he did not have to do that. It was literally going to be brought down and emptied out the very next day, bro. You did not have to do that. But he'd like to. So I'm like, all right, you want to give yourself some extra work? Do unnecessary shit? Go ahead. So, to add on to, now here's the last thing. This is the icing on the fucking cake. Or I guess for added. There was a Saturday he did work. He asked to go home early again. Bro, you are on your 90-day probation. And I explained that to him when I was training him. You were on 90 days. So, just like when you're put on if you're put on probation, if the judge says 1 year probation, you know what that means? You break one fucking law. Doesn't matter what law you fucking broke. Fucking, you snatch a lady's purse, you get arrested. Guess what? You go to jail. You break a 90-day probation at work, guess what? You call out. You fucking flip someone off. You call your boss a fuckhead. You get fired. So just stay on your P's and Q's. All you have to do is show off for 90 days. After that, you are golden. Like me. I've been there for 4 years. Dude, as soon as I was clear of my fucking 90 days, my ass fucking called off. Like, 2 weeks after my 90 days, I'm off Tuesday. I called off on fucking Monday and gave myself an extra day off because I had sick pay. And that's another thing too. Once you get after your 90 days, you start acquiring sick pay. It's that easy. That easy. And I gave myself a third day off for that, for my troubles. Then guess what? Hey, normally when you're late, you get written up. Guess what? If I'm late, I don't get written up. Hey, I'm going to be a few minutes late. Okay, Matt, how long? I'll be there in like 3 minutes. Okay. You want to know why? Because I breezed through my 90 days. And that's what I try to explain to these fucking new people. I said, dude, if you show up, show them you want to work. Just show the fuck up and work. Once you get through those 90 days, you're good. They're not going to trip over a call out here or there. They're not going to trip you if you're 5 minutes late. But bro, you got to get through your 90 days first. Even back when I was in union, I would tell people that. Bro, just show up for your 90 days. Bro, I'm your union rep. Please, listen to me. They will fire you off some dumb shit. Especially if they don't like you, they will abuse your 90 days. Oh, 3 minutes late, you're gone. Have a good one. Best in future endeavors. So bro has asked to leave early twice already. He is still in his 90 days. He has already called off twice. My boss was giving him the benefit of the doubt. And you want to know why? Because when he wasn't being a fuck up, he was working. He worked. And that's when I was trying to show him. Like, bro, if you show up to work, like, you'll get, don't worry about it. You'll get those. She could have fired you on your first fucking day. You wanted to fucking, you fucking called off. Oh, well, too bad. But you didn't, because you saw that you worked. Bro, you were halfway there. You had all the ingredients. But instead of putting the oven on 250, you put it on fucking 500. And that's what I try to explain to people when I'm training them. But, yeah. So, I'll probably talk about this later also. I was going through some stuff with Munchkin with her teeth. You guys already know about this. Appointments and all that. Like, I was running ragged. Like, it was work, vet, vet. Like, I was not getting sleep. From the time of my last podcast and, like, I don't know, early May, my sleep was shit. I was not getting any sleep because I was so fucking stressed out between her not eating, him adjusting to wet food, work, and training people. Bro, I was fucking mentally shot. I'm surprised I didn't call off any of that time. Because at the same time, I was trying to, acquire sick time so I can actually get a full day off with a full day's pay. But yeah, so to give you guys an idea, I was late. I was supposed to be to work at 5 a.m. I woke up at 5:53. Or no, I got there at 5:53. It was like maybe 5:35 when I woke up. I slept through my entire fucking alarm. Like, my alarm was going off, and I'm shocked it didn't fucking wake Prisha up, but my Echo alarm will go off, but afterwards, I guess it just stops going off, and it just displays the time. So when I just woke up, I saw the alarm clock, and I'm like, can I not hear? I'm fucking tweaking out, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm not deaf. I'm like, fuck, I slept through my alarm? I've never slept through my alarm before. My alarm always wakes me up. So I'm sitting there, fuck. And, like, I didn't even text my fucking boss. Like, that's how fucking late I was. Like, and I fucking bolted to work. One of my coworkers was there. So this is like 5:53 when I got here. I kept apologizing. They're like, hey, I am so fucking sorry. I made you wait in the parking lot for an hour. I am so fucking sorry. I am running ragged. I'm stressed the hell out. I am so sorry. No, Matt, you're fine. You're fine. It's okay. And because she knew what I was dealing with my cats and stuff. So, and she's an animal lover. So thank fucking God that she understood what I was going through. I was like, hey, don't worry about clocking in. Just go ahead and get started. And when the boss gets here, they'll work your time and shit like that. So then I told my boss, I said, hey, I just want to, like, really, really fucking apologize. I wasn't, like, an hour late for work. And she's like, really? And you're like, really? Like, yeah. And I'm so sorry. It will not happen again. Breaking news, it fucking happened again. But, here's the thing, though. Jay, he pulled in at 5:20, because my coworker told me this. I was like, hey, where's Jay at? He's like, oh, Jay was here, but he left. I'm like, what do you mean he left? It was 5:20, so not only that, you were fucking late. Pulled in. I'm like, did he even get out of the car? No. He pulled in, sat in his truck for like 10 minutes, then backed up and pulled away. And I'm like, oh, so I just missed him when I got there. Yeah. Like, by the time he pulled off, I was, like, already on my way walking there. And I told my boss, like, hey, did Jay text you? Because this is how it works. Because this has happened to me. Where the food manager was supposed to show up, and they were, like, 45 minutes late. Or an hour late or whatever. So my other store manager, Larry, I can say his name because he doesn't work for the company anymore. Larry, he would come in. Hey, where's the food manager at? Oh, I don't know. Well, here, I'll clock you in. What time did you get here? I said it was like maybe 5:02, 5:03. He said, okay, I'll look back on the camera and I'll like put you in for like, your time because you were here. You just couldn't get in. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, cool. I just got an hour of work just fucking standing here. Nice. So, since I knew that, I was just like, hey, go let the boss know like what time you got here. They'll check the camera, whatever like that. So, bro missed out on a fucking pay. Then, of course, when they tried to text him or call him or whatever, straight to voicemail. So I figured, oh, he must be done. He probably said, oh, Matt's not here, fuck this. And that day he was just going to quit. Whatever. I'm like, all right. He was kind of slowly becoming a dickhead anyway. Whatever. So by then, my boss was kind of already getting fed up with him anyway. Bro comes in the next day like nothing fucking happened. I'm surprised no one even brought it up. Like, hey, why did you just... Because my boss looked at the camera and saw the dude pull in and then leave. I'm surprised he didn't get fired there. It's either that or maybe he just assumed that... Because, like, even my coworker said this. It's like, well, it's not like you weren't... Like, the store wasn't going to open up at all. Is because how it would work is that, say for, and plus, like, what if there was, like, a situation with me, like, I got into an accident, or I got beat up and mugged and robbed, like, on the way here, and I couldn't make it in. Or if I called out. You know, I'm not going to text the two associates, hey, I'm not coming in, so, wait till the next person comes in. Like, no. That's not how it fucking works. My coworker did text my boss, so, like, hey, just let you know, but the assistant was off that day. They didn't know. So they were sleeping. They were like, oh, well, okay, I guess I'll sit here and wait. So that was their mindset, was like, well, I know the store's going to open at 7 a.m., so I'll just sit here and wait. Fuck, if I get 2 hours of pay of just sitting here, all right, cool. I get paid for 2 hours just to sit on my ass. 2-hour lunch break. And I'm like, well, thank you for having that mindset, because that's the same thing I would have done. Because to be honest, the hour I waited... At one point, I was like, fuck this. I went to the gas station next door. I got a fucking sandwich, and I'd walk by. I'm like, fuck, I'm just standing here waiting. I might as well just fucking have a sandwich. But yeah, came in, like, nothing happened. Didn't ask me, like, hey, what happened to you yesterday? Nothing. Just, hey, what's going on? Fist bump. Copy that. I'm like... Because, like... When that situation happened to me, the person that was supposed to know, I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Everything happened? They're like, oh, no, I just overslept. I'm like, oh, okay. But nothing. I'm like, all right. And then 2 days after that, bro just stopped showing up. Okay. Okay. Bye. You were kind of becoming a dickhead anyway. So, that's Jay. I have another guy. And it's funny because I can give you more of an updated part about work. I like to add little snippets. So, this just recently happened. I didn't talk about this when I recorded it previously. So, we have another guy. He lasted 3 fucking days. He showed up the first day. And I'm glad I got added. It just makes me go like, I mean, he was young, so maybe he just doesn't know. I don't know, but I guess at some point, because I was told this by my boss, that he was coming in the store, because I don't fucking remember everyone's fucking face, but I guess he came to the store a lot and said, hey, you guys hiring? 2 days later, hey, you guys hiring? And then a month would go by. Hey, did you guys see my application? Like, constantly coming back to the store and say, are you guys hiring? You guys see my application? So you would think, in your mind... Oh, actually, before I get started on that, for added context about Jay, because I forgot to mention this. Bro had the nerve, because I guess him and the produce manager were talking at one point, and this was like before he just stopped showing up. He said... Man, this really sucks. I'm doing all this for $12 an hour. Because that's the state of Nevada's minimum wage right now. And this is when I said, I'm going to sound like a fucking boomer. Bro, you are just stocking food. Maybe occasionally frozen. And that's if I'm busy. If I'm busy, then yes. Like the last time he fucking did it, and he didn't even have to do that much. He did like not even a fucking full pallet. He did like barely half. So that's like what, maybe 20, 30 boxes? You opened up and put shit away? But all you had to stock really was food. You going into the pet food aisle and stock it? He volunteered to do that. Writing dates on all the boxes as he was putting them up top. Because apparently, as I went through the sky shelves, he did it with all of them. writing down the date and what the item is, even though the fucking label's right there. I don't know why you had to write down the fucking Oreo cookies. I'm like, bro, the Oreo logo's right there on the front of the box. You don't have to put that. But writing down the date of the box being put up there, what brand it was, like, you volunteered to do that. That's all I'm going to say. So, some of the extra work that you had to do, that I told you you did not have to do, I was going to do it, you volunteered to do it. But then you're going to turn around, man, I'm doing all this. All what? I'm pretty sure you've heard me talk about this on the podcast a few years back. But I'll give you a snippet version of it. This was back when I was only making $10.20. This is when I just got my keys. I was making $10.20 an hour. And this was also around the time everybody and their fucking mom quit at my job. So there was only a very, 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 very small selection of us. I was either main cashier for a couple hours, and then I went to go stock, or I was backup cashier every day. Either I was main for a couple of hours, and then I was backup cashier for the remainder part of the day. In between that, I was also stocking. Or, if I did have a cashier that day, guess what? I was backup all day. In between covering their breaks and stocking. And guess what? When produce manager left, guess who was in fucking produce checking for all the bad shit? I was. That's 3 jobs. Guess what I also had to do? Had to stock the dairy fridge. When I had a free opportunity in between doing the truck, I had to do the freezer in between the free time I had during the truck. And also had to help out with the non-food because we didn't have a non-food manager. It was just me and the grocery manager that was stocking in between my boss trying to help us. I was doing 6 different fucking jobs. The only thing I wasn't doing was setting planograms and setting stuff for like seasonal shit. Other than that, and ordering. I didn't do any ordering because I don't order anything. Other than that, I was doing every fucking thing else. I was doing all that work for $10.50 an hour. Guess what you had to do, bro? Stock food. Stock food. Maybe freezer if I'm busy doing a planogram or something I have to do. That's fucking insane. Bro had it good. But that's my... Oh, sorry, buddy. I made a noise and I woke you up. It's funny. He'll fall asleep through me rambling and yelling, but as soon as I move something that makes a sound, he wakes up. But yeah, that's my fucking boomer take. Keep in mind, this dude isn't young either. Bro's my age. He's 36. So I was fucking flabbergasted when the produce manager told me that. He's like, yeah, you're saying you're doing all this for 12 hours. I'm like, what? I wish I was doing what the fuck he was doing for 12 an hour. I was doing 8 different fucking jobs. What do you mean? Like, bro, I fucking cried in the break room because of all the shit I was doing. But because during that time, 4 or 5 years ago, I was scared that I could not find another job. Because after Burlington fired me, I was fucking struggling to find another job. Now I found one and I'm doing everyone else's fucking work. And I was scared because even now, the job market in Las Vegas sucks dick. So I was appalled. I was offended. And I even told my wife, I told her all this. I'm like, I'm sorry if I sound like a fucking boomer. I'm sorry. But yeah, that irked my fucking soul. I was disgusted. I was like, bro, you had no idea how easy you fucking had it. You fucking had it easy. And also, come to find out, he used to work at another grocery store, and he got fired, but he didn't go into detail why. I'm like, well, now I know why. Hey, man, your job is to just sweep. I'm not doing all this shit for fucking $14 an hour. And that's the thing. Smiths in Las Vegas, they pay more than my job. They start you way fucking higher. But you're also doing way more fucking work. Whereas in my job, it's the same, but more smaller. It's not like, you're not doing a whole fucking giant pallet of shit in one aisle. You know what I mean? But back to the other guy. So yeah, first day, fine, whatever. Second day, come to work from, I guess, partying all night. He was like 21. He was a fucking kid. Because my boss was like, yeah, did you smell the alcohol? I was like, yeah, but I didn't want to make assumptions. Because when I was showing, he was like, yeah, man. Because second day, he came late. After I literally talked to him about, hey, bro, don't be late. Don't be doing a bunch of call-outs. Don't be asking to go home early, Survive your 90 days. And you're good. For some reason, none of these fucking people can make it past their fucking 90 days. But, yeah. Second day, he showed promise. He knocked out one entire rotator. I'm like, dude, you did a good job. He's like, what do you mean? And that's another thing. I'm like, I kind of saw it coming because I was like, bro, you see, like, your vibe is telling me you're very laid back. You're a little too laid back. And, yeah, when he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, because, like, half of the people that I've trained, because I tell you guys, I've trained a lot of people, even before, me in the position that I am now. I've trained a fuck ton of people. And I'm like, dude, a lot of people can't even make it through one rotator on their first day of stocking, but you managed to knock it out. Because I don't tell any of them this, but I kind of give them a semi-hard one. And it's one where you're going to, like, 3 to 4 aisles at once. And I kind of determine how fast you stock by that. Because, I'm not going to give you a rotator that's like all juices. That'll be too fast. Or like one that's like all noodles. Nah, that's too easy. You'll knock that out too fast. I want to see how you do with a regular rotator that's like 3 to 4 different aisles. I want to see how fast you knock that out. And that's kind of how I make the determinant of how fast you're going to be. But I also, I want to make sure that you learn all the aisles. Like, I'm not going to give you rotators for one aisle all fucking day. You're not going to fucking learn where everything else is if you're just doing juices and waters all day. So that's the two main reasons why I kind of give them the semi-hard ones, because I want you to move around the store. I want you to get a lay of the land, because that's what the food manager taught me. He was like, hey, I'm going to give you this. It looks like a lot. It is a lot. I mean, he was upfront with me, and that's what I liked about him. He's like, hey, this rotator is a lot, but take your time with it. I'm like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, just take your time with it, because, you're going to go to aisle 3, aisle 4, aisle 5, aisle 6. You're going to learn all the aisles. And now I know all the fucking aisles by heart, because all of them come with like a little tag thing of where everything goes. Dude, I don't even look at that tag anymore, because I know where everything goes. And that's what I learned. So bro knew how to coach and train people. So that's why I was like, okay. I told him, I was like, hey, this kid shows promise. He's like, you sure? I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, he has like a little bit too much of a laid back personality. He was like, a little too like, or whatever. And but hey, he knocked out a rotator on his first day at truck. So that kind of impressed me. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I mean, not too many people. Like, I didn't start knocking out my first entire rotator on my own until like 2 months in. And that's back when I was like handling everything. That's when I'm like, Matt, why are you carrying one box? Here, Matt, take a cart. We had like this little long metal cart thing that had like a little shelf at the bottom. He's like, here, Matt, take this. Now I'm knocking out fucking 4 to 5 rotators of shit. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's way faster. So. And I told him, I was like, hey, dude, you want a cart to use? That way you're not making a bunch of trips? No, man, I'm good, bro. Oh, okay. You're a little too laid back. So that was the second day. I'm like, all right, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Today. He calls out. Yeah, bro, you're done. I told you need to survive your 90 days. And I even told him that day before. I'm like, because they brought up about calling out. And I was like, yeah, they're lucky not. I was talking to one of my coworkers. I'm like, yeah, they're lucky they're not on their 90 days. And that's when he overheard. He's like, oh, what's 90-day probation? And I'm like, oh, you have not been working at a lot of jobs if you don't know what 90-day probation is. So I explained it to him. I was like, well, like in prison, you get arrested or whatever. Oh, yeah. That's basically like work. You fuck up, you're fired on the spot. It's like no second chances. Oh. And I was like, yeah, so remember you were late yesterday? Oh, yeah. I was like, you lucked out. Because my boss could have fired you for that. Oh. Then he calls out the next day. I'm like, bro. And again, like I said, bro was coming. I personally never seen him. Maybe I don't keep track of the people who come in the fucking store. So, but the fact that I was told that he kept coming in the store over and over and over. Hey, are you guys hiring? You guys hiring? You guys hiring? Now you finally have a fucking job, and you fuck it up, bro. Oh my god, bro. Why? I don't get it. But he's young. Hi, buddy. He's going to learn the hard way. My boss is like, yeah, I texted him. I'm like, you really? I was like, you fucking texted him? You didn't even tell him to, like, you didn't want to fucking do it in person? Like, no, I'm just going to give the hours to somebody else. Because we do have people at my job that are like, hey, can I get some more hours? And they're like, oh, well, I just hired somebody, so we don't. And, they're like all disappointed and shit. Because we have people there that like really want to make money. There's people younger than me there. They're like, hey, man, I'm just trying to get this money. I'm trying to get, I'm just trying to get my savings up. I'm like, dude, I feel you. I feel you, bro. So we have people that are like that at work. So you have a dude who's like a complete fuckhead and fucks it up. And it pisses my boss off because it's like, damn, I have people asking me for hours. I could have given it to them if you were, like, not going to show up. Or I poured all the hours into you thinking you were going to fucking work out and you fucking didn't. I could have just given the hours to somebody else. Which I being an outside person looking at that, I'm like, what the fuck? But now being, like, in a management position, I'm like, oh, now I fucking see why a lot of times manager gets pissed off about that. Because, like, yeah, that could have went to someone who really wants to make fucking money. Because we got someone there that's like, yeah, man, I'm trying to move out of my parents' house, man. I can't fucking take this shit, man. I'm trying to make this money. I want to live on my own. I want to live on my own, drive my own car and shit. I'm like, dude, I feel you. Dude, I feel you. I understand. I got you. My boss was like, hey, man, this person didn't show up. You want some hours? Hell yeah, bro. I'm like, all right. Come in at 5 a.m. instead. Instead of coming in at 7, coming in at 5. All right. Dude, it's hard out here. Someone's going to try to make every little bit of money ever. Dude, I collect change off the ground. Every little bit fucking helps. So that was work. I'm training a new person right now. He's 19. Very, very promising. Has a very can-go attitude. Because I talked to him. Me and him actually get along. He has ADHD too. And we talked about Magic the Gathering. I'm not super into it, but I have a general idea of what Magic the Gathering is, like playing mana cards and shit like that. And I told him about Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, oh, dude, I never really played Magic. I like watched people play it and shit. Like I watched tournaments and shit. And he's like, really? You've watched tournaments? I'm like, oh yeah, because that's when I was a teenager, I was interested in playing it. So I went to like local tournaments and shit, just like watch and learn to play it. I'm like, oh yeah, this shit's not fucking built for me. And I was like, I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh player. He's like, really? You play Yu-Gi-Oh? Because I guess like I was like, what? I don't look like a Yu-Gi-Oh player? He was like, I mean, not really. I was like, yeah, I played Yu-Gi-Oh all the time, man. I was like, I play on, I still have my cards. I played on Xbox now, but And that, yeah, man, I'm super into Yu-Gi-Oh. What about Pokemon? I'm like, I was never really into Pokemon. Like the games, yes, but I was never really into like the cards. I'm not like these fucking scalpers. But no, me and him hit it off. I liked his vibe. Hi, buddy. Oh, big stretch. Oh, is he readjusting? Oh, he's gonna clean the feet. I wonder if I hope the licky's not picking up on the mic. Nobody wants to hear that, Simon. Oh, sorry. Oh, you said you're a good boy, buddy. So, but yeah. So, a lot more promising. My bosses like him. I like him. So I'm like, you know what? He shows way more promise than the other two guys. Because I think he has that same mindset. Dude, I'm 19. I want to make some money, and I want to fucking get my shit together. I want to get my shit together while I'm young. That's kind of the vibe he gives me. You know, he's not like he's 36 and he's like, man, I need to get my shit together. You know, I've told people, like, a lot of coworkers that are younger than me, I'm like, dude, like, it's going to be hard. Like, right now, for people my age, it's like, we're struggling right now. Get your shit together now while you're young. So that way, by the time you're my age, you know, you're probably going to be in a bit of a bind, but you're not going to be racing for scraps and shit, you know? So, you guys know if there's But no, he seems like he's a really good kid. God, that's crazy I'm saying shit like that now. I'm fucking old. I hate that shit. I'm like, oh yeah, good kid. Good kid. I'm so fucking old, bro. I'm almost 40, bro. Ugh, Christ. So, just to give you guys an idea about me not getting any fucking sleep. The whole thing with Munchkin was a fucking hassle. It was a goddamn fucking hassle. Because in between her visits, I'm scheduling dentist appointments, trying to find times to go, because, you know, me and Prisha, we're super into indie wrestling companies now, and there's a lot of local ones. So we're also trying to plan out, you know, what events to go to and shit. So there's like too much planning, there's too much, yeah. And then the whole time, you know, before my issue with Cox, I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta figure out when to get a technician to come over. We got to get someone to fix our floor. We got to get a maintenance request. Like, there's just too much going on, and like, I was just fucking done. I've went through so many different brands of fucking food, guys, for Munchkin. He's fat. He's a fat fuck. He'll eat anything. He'll eat pâtés, prime, or he'll fucking eat anything, especially if you put a treat in it. He's like, oh, fuck, treat. You know. He's fat. He'll eat anything. He's just like Dad. He'll eat anything. So, with Munchkin, it can't be too soft. It can't be, because she can't eat kibble anymore. You know the fangs that cats have? This is all she has now. She just has one little long tooth. She still has, like, you know, little teeth here and teeth here. So she had like 4 teeth removed. She had 2 teeth here. These 2 were infected and had to come out. Because, yeah, check your cat's fucking teeth. Because apparently, and another reason why is because me and Prisha both noticed that she has been losing weight. And that was growing concern, because I'm like, well, she's eating. My throat's fucked, man. All this talking. Hang on, I gotta get some water. Oh god, that's way better. She's eating, but I guess she wasn't eating enough because she had like an infection and or possible infection. She basically had gingivitis for cats. So it was kind of like she would eat, but then she's like, okay, my teeth hurt, I'm done eating for right now until the pain goes away. And you would think, from her running around, jumping up on shit and all that, you would think that, oh, no, she's fine. Nope. So, 2 teeth here removed, a tooth here removed, because it was mobile. And the vet showed me, he's like, yeah, this is mobile. I'm like, fuck, dude. Thankfully, it wasn't, like, crazy fucking expensive. Like, again, this is why I'm so fucking thankful that I am so fucking good with money. And I'm so fucking grateful that Prisha's also good with money. Because this shit did not fucking cost us an arm and a leg. That's what one of the things I was fucking concerned about. Because because of what she needed to be done and what she was going through and me having to go to work. Because I wasn't calling out at any point. I probably should have. But also at the time, we fucking didn't have anybody at work. And because of the situation I was in, if nothing gets done, then that's going to fuck me in the end. I think I've talked about this on the podcast before. And this is way before fucking Mr. Coke manager was a complete fuck up. But it was getting down to the point where I'm like, fuck, well, I have to go to work because if I don't, shit's going to be backed up. And then I'm going to have 4 times as much work to do if I fucking come in the next day. So I'm like, I need to go to work just to somewhat make the rest of my week easier. Or at least going to work will be easier. So, yeah, it was a whole fucking thing. But, fuck, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, that, and she had a molar in the back that got removed. Because, yeah, the technician that did her extraction and stuff, because she had to be put under, showed me the pictures, and, like, literally, I was like a scared white woman in a drama show looking at a pregnancy test. I was appalled. I'm like, oh my fucking God. No wonder what, because he would clean his fucking bowl. She wouldn't. And I'm like, fuck, no wonder why she wasn't fucking eating all of her food. Holy, like, I felt so fucking bad. Like, I even told, like, the veterinarian, I'm like, I swear, if I fucking knew this, I would have, like, came here way sooner. I would have got her on a diet plan to fatten her up. And they're like, no, and they're like, no, Mr. Balint, it's fine. You didn't know because cats are very good at hiding pain and shit like that. So, but I will tell you, she has been way better since she got her teeth pulled. And she's eating, she is eating wet food. She is still somewhat picky, but she's actually cleaning her fucking bowl like she's eating. And she will let me know when she's hungry. So if there's nothing in her bowl, she will wake me up at 3 to 4 a.m. and just sit on me till I wake up. To let me know, hey, I'm hungry. I'm feeding him kibble every now and then, but I am transitioning him to wet food. He'll get kibble every once in a while. I have to be home for him to eat it because my wife isn't really going to watch them. It's okay, dear. I love you. But because as she tries to eat kibble, but since she got surgery done, I don't want any of her stitches to come out, because if you eat hard food, it could rip her stitches. So I kind of have to watch her. Or like if she's taking a nap, I have to like quietly, because if she hears a bag that sounds like kibble, she's gonna fucking run in like, oh, anybody got kibble? So I'll still occasionally feed him kibble if she's sleeping. If she's knocked out, she won't hear the bag when she's sleeping. But if she's just in the room laying down, she hears food being poured into a bowl, she's going to think it's kibble and she's going to run in here. Ram, ram, ram. So I discreetly have to feed him kibble. But eventually, once all her stuff is paid off, this fucker's going to go. And it's going to be a fucking nightmare. Because this guy hates people. Unless he is basically me. He is the most antisocial cat ever. He'll be social with me and Prisha, but other than that, if he hears anyone that sounds like they're walking to the door, bro runs into the fucking closet and hide. Unless one of us isn't home. If I'm not home and Prisha's in the bedroom, he's in the living room eating food, I'll open the door. Hey buddy, sup, and go back to eating food. But if I'm like in the chair or whatever, Prisha's in the bedroom and he hears footsteps coming, because he's like, oh, because he'll do like a quick little look around first. Because if he sees me, he's like, okay, Dad's here, and then he'll run like into like slightly like where the room is. He's like, oh fuck, Mom's here. I'm gonna go hide. He's very smart for his age. He's very smart for an animal. He's very smart. He can be kind of a dumbass, but he's smart. But all the thing with her, and it gave me a realization, because, you know, as the years went by, it's been a part of me has, just like with Mom, God rest her soul, I think it kind of, like, I did psychology with myself. I kind of had to study, like, sit down and think about it. Because when Mom passed, I cried a little bit at the hospital. And then, like, a few days later, I cried when I got home. But with her, when I found out that she, you know, was in pain when she came down to eat, and her first trip to the vet, and that was just to get her looked at, I fucking cried. Because she was getting blood work done, because, you know, with teeth and stuff, it could be kidney issues. And, like, yeah, if it's kidney issues, then that's going to require, like, surgery, and, like, her life may be in danger. But thank fucking God, she passed all of her tests. All the blood work came back positive. For her age, she is perfectly healthy. Everything. She's green across. She scored hundreds across the board. Like, even when the dentist looked at her teeth, you're like, the rest of her teeth are in great shape. It's just, the one molar in the back and the two teeth up front. Yeah, other than that, her teeth are great. And the dentist was kind of shocked, because I guess he expected, like, all of her teeth to be fucked. But she was like, no, the rest of her teeth, the little teeth in the front, all the rest of her teeth are fine. It's just the 4 teeth that she has are fucked. Oh, he's such a good boy. So, I was just sitting there, like, boo-hooing to Prisha, and it made me think that I'm like, is this, like, some type of, like, suppressed emotions I had when Mom passed? That's a part of me that was thinking, because, like, I cried, but I didn't go, why? Like, I wasn't like that, you know? So, because it made me think, I'm like, I only have a couple of things from Mom. Like, I got a couple of her angels that she had in a cupboard. I kept those. And, and this is very dusty. It's very old. Her music box. It plays the song, what's that thing from Shirley Temple? Tomorrow, I love ya. That song is on this music box. Because I used to play with this music box a lot when I was a kid. So, when we were going through things, I'm like, hey, that music box, I need that. That has to be something I take, because that's, like, this is fucking old. This is very, very fucking old. And the fact that it still fucking works after all these years, it's very fucking astounding. So, this music box has a lot of sentimental value for me. Because, like, literally, as far as I can remember having consciousness, I have seen that music box. So, that thing is probably fucking 60 years old, for all I know. And it still fucking works. But besides, like, 3 of her angels and that music box, that's all I got of her. And Munchkin. Because that's the cat she chose to adopt. Like, she's like if you think about it, she's like the last living thing I have of her. That's still, like, up and walking around. And that's what I told myself. And then after that, I came to the realization, like, fuck, dude. Do I have just suppressed, like, emotions? Like, did I not properly go through my emotions when Mom died? Like, because it's like, what? It's been almost 10 years. Next August will make it 10 years. And it's crazy because it does not feel like it. Was it August? Yeah, August 25th, 2017. That's crazy, bro. I don't want anyone to be sad. It's fine. It just really made me sit down and like I had to like really talk to myself about it. I'm like, did I like properly? Because like a part of me was like, maybe I'm not crying because like I saw it coming because like, you know, my brother and sister didn't grow up around my mom, you know? Like they talked on the phone, but I was physically with my mom every single day of her life. From the time I was born. So from fucking 1 to fucking, 27? I was around. 28? It feels, yeah, I was like 28. So, yeah, for 28 years, I was around her. From the time that she died. So, it's kind of like, because I even told my brother and sister this. They're like, oh, Matt, you're handling it pretty well. And I'm like, I don't want to come off like a dick. But I think I just knew. Like, she was tired. She was fucking tired. Especially, like, you know, when she went to the hospital, then she went home, then she needed to go back to the hospital. I could tell, but, like, she was cracking jokes, making conversations and shit. But I could just tell by the look on her face. She's like, fuck, man, I am fucking tired. I need a nap. Like I'm ready to go to sleep. I mean, thank fucking God she went away peacefully. And that's one of the things I'm super like I don't want to say I'm happy, but like I'm happy about, you know. God forbid, you know, oh my God, her pulse is skyrocketing, a fucking nurse stat, you know, it wasn't none of that shit. It was just like, you know, we were all in the room talking, and then she was in there, like, looking at all of us. She cracked a couple of jokes, and then, like, you know, she was like, hey, guys, I'm really tired. Okay, hey, is it cool if we hang out with you? Yeah, that's fine. I want you guys to be around. And I think once you mentioned that, I'm like, oh, fuck, bro, it's coming. It's coming. I fucking knew it was coming. And I think that's another reason why I handled it so well at that time. Is I just fucking knew. And then, like, maybe an hour later, that's when the nurse came in and was just like, hey, I just want to check in with you guys. Are you guys aware? And, you know, we were, you know, because we all, like, you know, like, talking with them, we glanced at Mom, and we were like, yeah, she's sleeping now. So that's when the nurse came in, and then that's when they pronounced her, you know, that she passed. And fuck, man, it hurt. Damn, I don't want you guys to think I'm sad or nothing. It really makes you think, especially with Munchkin. So it kind of reminded me. And, you know, because now, especially after her blood work, I know she's perfectly healthy. She's still running around. She's still jumping up. She's still playing. She's not like, and she's sitting there on the bed all the time or whatever. But I know, because like I even asked the Val, like, hey, you know, given her age, like, you know, does she have a lot of time left? And she said, well, yeah, she's in perfect health. Her kidneys are great. Her stomach is great. It was just she had fucked up teeth. She's probably gonna live like the normal lifespan of a cat, which is the max. I believe is like what, 20 years, 17 years, not 17, but she's got at least another 5 years under her belt. Which, hey, I'm perfectly fine with that, dude. If I'm 45 and she's still walking around, I'm cool with that. Especially, you know, 45. This fuck's gonna be around still. He's gonna be an old man, but he's gonna be around. He's just a little chunky. Because, yeah, he's only, I think he just turned 10. So, yeah, he's definitely good. If she's 15 doing stuff, then, yeah, he's good. He's good. He sleeps all day and he runs around all night. He's good. Man, I have been yapping for an hour and a half. Don't worry, Pat. I will have you. I got you next episode. Because, yeah, from all the because from after everything I talked about, I'm like, fuck, man, I'm not going to have the Pat's Corner if I fucking re-record this. So, I appreciate you guys listening to me ramble. This is weird because I'm making it end on a fucking, yeah, my mom passed almost 10 years ago. I don't mean to make this sound like I'm ending this on a shitty note. No, it's fine. It's fine. But all in all, everyone's healthy. Everyone's well. It's all good. It's all good for all Gucci. So, yeah. So, click any of the things you see here and stuff, and I will see you on the next episode of It's a Matter of Fact. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Click the stuff. All right. Later.